Hello, welcome to What the Flick. I'm Christy. That is Alonso. We're talking about this new kind of coming of age, coming out rom-com called Love, Simon, which is delightful. We talked about it briefly earlier in the week. We will go deeper into it now. Tell us about it, Alonso.
So Nick Robinson from Jurassic World is Simon. He's a high school kid. He's got close friends. He's got loving parents and a younger sister. But he's also a closeted gay guy and doesn't feel comfortable talking about it, isn't ready to sort of disclose that to the world yet, is thinking maybe he'll just save it for college. But then a classmate comes out anonymously on the school blog. And so the two of them begin emailing each other anonymously, and perhaps romance ensues. But then somebody finds out Simon's secret, and that threatens to mess up his privacy, but also his friendships and lots of other stuff. Take a look.
My name's Simon. For the most part, my life is totally normal. I have a family that I actually like, and there's my friends. We do everything friends do. We drink way too much iced coffee while gorging on carbs. So, I'm just like you, except I have one huge-ass secret.
Hey! I like your boots! I said I like your boots! Goodbye!
Nobody knows I'm gay.
You make it sound very emotionally tortured and convoluted, but this movie is actually a total delight.
No, it's
It is
sweet.
so fun and it's so light. And I'm just going to steal your line from you. It's the gay John Hughes film that you never knew you needed. It's a brilliant way to phrase it because it's exactly what it is, but very much like modern and up to date in terms of the way like kids communicate and talk to each other. And
No, totally. Like by the time we get to the ending, I was having like Jake Ryan in the Porsche moment. I was like, oh my God. You know, and I'm already hearing like, oh, this is like this. Why is this guy so white and suburban and middle class and bougie and cisgender and yada da 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 da? And it's like, okay, yes, fine. He is all those things. And if you've ever been to a gay film festival, you have seen this story countless times. But if you are a 15-year-old kid in the country somewhere who has to drive a town over to see this movie someplace where no one is going to recognize you, and you are seeing gay teenagers in a life-affirming way on the screen, that's a big fucking deal. And the fact that Fox is putting this movie into 2,400 theaters is a huge deal. I mean, yes, we've had teen coming out movies before, but they're either little indies or they're art house movies or they're foreign films. And yeah, they're streaming and that kind of thing. But for a big studio to give a big launch to a film like this represents a step forward in the culture. And this is a charming, sweet movie, and I wish it had existed when I was 15.
it would have spoken to you.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah. And also, they are marketing it not just to a gay audience,
No.
which is interesting. Yeah, it's being released wide, but also it is being marketed to every kind of person.
Yeah.
So the screening that I went to, there were like entire rows full of teenage girls in front of me, and they were super into it, and they were swooning, and they were giggling, and it's really smart because it does touch everybody, every kind of viewer. It also has big stars in it, you know, beyond this, you know, Nick Robinson, Jennifer Garner, and Josh Duhamel play his parents, and so you have actual star power behind it. And I will say this is surprisingly moving. I cried about 3 different times in this movie. I did. Oh, well,
No,
like you did.
I got a little verklempt, but I
did.
just, that's
There's
great.
2 different speeches and then some other moment of truth. But as far as it speaking to your point about how, people are saying he's too white and too suburban, it's a pretty effortlessly and organically diverse crowd surrounding him in terms of his friends, in terms of what his school looks like.
Yeah.
It is suburbia, a suburban, it's got to be Georgia, right? It's got to be like suburban
I'm
Atlanta.
sure these things are always
right?
shot in Georgia now, yeah.
But I that felt not forced to me. That felt pretty natural to me too.
And what I would like to see is if this movie does well, then I think it makes it easier to start making LGBT stories that look different than this, and that would be great, somebody, a gay person online was saying, oh, well, this is just so tame, I hope it crashes. I said, well, you know what, if it crashes, good luck pitching your, Asian, genderqueer, non-binary, whatever polyamory movie. Like this movie is a test case, whether you like it or not, whether you think this is too safe. But I'm also not pitching this movie that I think you should see it because it's, important that it be successful. You should see it because it's good.
Because it's really good, yeah. It is based on a YA novel, so maybe it already has a bit of a built-in audience there, but it's got all that YA novel stuff that's good, right?
Yeah.
In terms of like, who is your crush? And what happens in the day-to-day drama of high school, the stuff that is real and realistic and relatable. So yeah, I was totally charmed. I was going to mention also a couple of people who are really good in the supporting cast. Is it Keeman Lonsdale?
Tony Hale.
Tony Hale is really great as he's the vice principal. He's not even the principal of this school, and his like intentionally nerdy attempts at being cool are so funny and so sweet.
Natasha Rothwell is the drama teacher. I thought was really funny.
Really, really good, like scene stealing. She's great.
And there's a great actor in this who's basically like while Simon is traveling under the radar, this kid is out and. Clark Moore as Ethan is hysterical.
Yes. So it is kind of like every kind of kid at this school. And yeah, I was totally charmed and surprised at how good it was. I thought I was going to go, oh, it's okay, but like it's really good.
Yeah.
So I'm giving it an 8.2.
All right. I give it a solid 8. I thought it was lovely, and I'm glad it's out there.
Yes. So 8.1 is our number, is at 88%. Really, this is for any kind of kid, any kind of teenager, any kind of moviegoer. So please go see it and enjoy instead of Tomb Raider. Bye.